Tyrese and DJ Envy are officially admitting that they are having an affair.
Say what?
Okay. But we all know he's come out with some outlandish stuff over the years. Whether it's the classic, what you want from me? What more do you want from me? To the Will Smith owing him money. To him saying the judge is a racist in his child support situation and wanting people to protest for him. Or something like that. He wanted to do something like that. The root of the thing is, The Breakfast Club, like every other platform, was clowning Tyrese for many years when he was going through his issues, because nobody really knew he was actually having mental health issues. They were just clowning. And he was being made donkey of the day all the time. Every time he had a situation, DJ Envy, Charlemagne, everybody was dissing him, clowning him. And the reason why Tyrese had an issue was because back in the day when DJ Envy, the most sensitive guy on radio, he was having issues with his wifey, and Tyrese came through, and pretty much to Envy and his wife admission, Tyrese saved their marriage. And Envy's out there dissing Tyrese on his radio show. The cheek of the man, you get me? So anyway, Tyrese went on The Breakfast Club for the first time in years, and him and Envy had a back and forth trying to clear up their issues. Tyrese basically, in a nutshell, was saying how he was hurt that Envy did not come to his aid, try and help him in any way when he was going through his mental health issues. Instead, Envy was on The Breakfast Club clowning Tyrese having his own issues. Now this was a long episode, y'all, going back and forth. DJ Envy was pretty much making an excuse of how and why he didn't come to Tyrese's aid. Like, he was saying stuff like Tyrese, he didn't want to message Tyrese when he was in some sort of having mental issues. He didn't want to remember him like that, some stupid emotional mushy thing like that. Bruh. But eventually DJ Envy said that Tyrese had disrespected him and his wife, and he didn't want to get into exactly what kind of disrespect to his wife that Tyrese had said or did. That kind of shut Tyrese down, because Tyrese was kind of playing the victim thing, like he was hurt that DJ Envy didn't contact him. Tyrese was pretty much saying while he was on his psych meds, he apologizes for any offense he may have caused, and he kept describing it as he's on a apology tour right now, apologizing to different people that he may have offended at that time. And even during the interview, DJ Envy says he wanted to box Tyrese in the mouth.
I'm mad at you, let's fight.
Or on the mouth. Weird anyway, however you want to put it. He wanted to box Tyrese for the disrespect that he apparently said to his wife at the time. So at the end of the interview, we think, okay, these lot have cleared it up. They're all good now.
My nigga.
Tyrese wasn't done. He wasn't done at all. Tyrese went home and he thought, and Tyrese got the receipts of all the messages he had with DJ Envy, his wife, and in their group chats. He's going through the timeline of all the messages. They was exchanging messages between Tyrese, Envy, and the wife at certain periods. So if Envy and his wife had blocked Tyrese and had just only unblocked him recently, then why are there messages from such and such period of time? Which is a fair enough comment. He was basically calling DJ Envy a liar.
You lie! You lie!
And saying he's got receipts, and that Envy should just admit that he just said all that stuff to cover up the fact that Envy wasn't there for Tyrese at his time of need, like Tyrese was there for Envy at his time of need.
I don't see nothing in the text messages directly into Envy or directly into his wife where I disrespected him or her. First of all, I think of all things that hurt me, anybody who knows me knows that I know and been around some of the most beautiful people, girlfriends, baby mamas, wives. It's not even in my character to disrespect any man, specifically his wife.
And next in the lovers tiff, DJ Envy and Tyrese beef. At the Breakfast Club, DJ Envy was speaking about Tyrese's response about the receipts and all that, right? And what he did, he called his wife, and they tried to make it as if this was like a spontaneous thing, like she wasn't briefed, like he was gonna call her during the show. So he calls her and she goes, "Oh, am I on the show?" And then he's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh my goodness." And then anyway, he basically tells his wife the drama of Tyrese. She says that she hasn't been online, she has no idea about what all this stuff going on. BS.com, it's gone viral, so she knew. Envy asked her what type of offense or inappropriate things was Tyrese saying to her. She responds by saying Tyrese was very demanding, would call her quite regularly, and started flirting at one point and saying kind of inappropriate compliments to her. And she said even that at times when she'd be on the phone with Tyrese, that Envy would be lying in bed next to her.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
And apparently this is after all the disrespect that Tyrese supposedly had said to her. But she didn't want to divulge exactly what was said by Tyrese to her, because still says she had some respect for Tyrese. But if Tyrese continues to call Envy a liar, then she'll have no choice but to bring it out.
He and I became friends, and we were very, very cool, and we spoke often. But for me, it got to a point where it became inappropriate and uncomfortable, where I felt as though lines were being crossed. There was times where I felt like he was extremely demanding of my time and of my attention, where if I didn't give him my time and my attention, he would get very angry, get very upset. We took a step back.
But what lines were crossed? People would be like, well, what lines did he cross?
I don't really feel comfortable being specific because at the same time, I still do have a respect for him. I know that you still do have a respect for him. Very clear lines were crossed. And
I get it.
So how did you see it in me?
There's certain things that you don't say to a man's wife. There's certain things that you don't say to a man's girlfriend. There's certain things that you don't say in a flirtatious way. And I told you what he said. You spoke to my wife yesterday, so you know what he said.
So that's why you wanted to box. That's why you said I'll box your mouth.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to box his mouth. Just certain things you don't play with somebody's wife like that. And
were you upset that he wasn't flirting with you in any way, shape, or form?
A little bit. No, you playing minutes.
Yeah, that was strange.
But I just don't like to be called a liar. And when somebody says, I got receipts, when I'm like, no, you spoke to my wife.
What receipts? What do you mean he said he has receipts? Because I'm going to be honest, I don't want to be put in a position to divulge the things that were said. But if he's calling you a liar, then that's a step that might have to be taken.
And then comes Black Tie again. Tyrese responds to this call by DJ Envy, his wife. What Tyrese says is, what kind of man will let somebody who supposedly was flirting and disrespected their wife be on the phone with, i.e. Tyrese, when he's lying next to her? Which makes a lot of sense, because why would DJ Envy let his wife be on the phone with Tyrese after Tyrese has been flirting and being disrespectful to his wife? It just wouldn't happen. No man in the world, in the history of the world, even in today's world where men are not quite men anymore, they're just males, who would let their wife just sit there talking to another man that was flirting to her? Please. But Tyrese gets a bit dirty with this one. He mentions how Envy's still a liar, and that Envy is known for lying to people, and that he even mentioned how Envy is currently having a situation with his whole real estate partners and people suing about getting defrauded out of their money in this real estate business that Envy has with Caesar Pena.
So not only am I on the phone chopping it up and having good vibes and conversation, which has always been, But you're now a man that's laying in the same bed with your wife who disrespected your wife. It's not adding up, bro. It's not adding up, man. I never lied to your first lady. I never did anything behind her back. I'm not in the middle of a lawsuit and a Ponzi scheme and all the people you lied to allegedly with your real estate partners and all that shit you running around with, dealing with. I never lied about anything. You got all kind of niggas coming at you because you say one thing and it ain't adding up. So did I disrespect your wife on psych meds? Or did I disrespect your wife and you that I've still been in touch with over the last 4 years? It ain't adding up, bruh.
But the most recent video with Tyrese, and there hasn't been anything else since then, is that Tyrese was getting his hair cut and he said that he was gonna sing DJ Envy and his wife, or write DJ Envy and his wife a love song.
So we all good. I may not leave a video though. I might just decide to write them a love letter. I'm gonna post it, but it will be a love letter. And y'all can sit back and be entertained as much as y'all want. But after I write this love letter, I'm going dark. I got nothing else to say. There is gonna be no more back and forth. I am literally done. Okay? So let me finish my haircut. I just want to jump on real quick and let y'all know that if y'all think I'm about to sit quiet after that just went down, stand by. Love is love. I'm getting honored and I'm gonna go ahead and get in my zone. Love y'all. Peace.
Go figure. Tyrese may not be on psych meds anymore, I don't know, but he be talking some crazy stuff. And it's sad to see because Tyrese is literally one of my favorite R&B singers from that era. He actually has an album out now, so I'm a bit skeptical about all this stuff. Is it just to sell his album? I don't know. What do you think about all this Tyrese, DJ Envy and his wife kind of thing? It sounds kind of weird. Tyrese sounds a bit crazy. Envy really doesn't sound like a good friend or a good person to not reciprocate the energy that Tyrese gave him. But do you think this is going to continue, or is it over and done with? Let me know in the comments, y'all. It's Fresh Hip Hop Opinion. Peace and love.